on there, and I opened it up, and I was like, cool, tennis racket, and it took me like an hour to realize there was car keys on it. And then I went outside, I was like, oh yeah, I got a car, cool, and awesome.
Christmas memory that comes to mind wasn't a Christmas Day memory, but I tricked my mom into telling me what she got me because I was like, oh mom, my cousin Ashley, we had a big like family get together. I was like, oh, Ashley told me that you got me an Xbox for Christmas, and she immediately just like started flipping out on my cousin. So I knew right away that I was getting an Xbox. So I was kind of a dick. I'm sorry.
I don't know. My best Christmas memory is probably when I got my first real guitar. Not like the first guitar you get. Like that was just it for me. I was like, oh yeah, I finally got something like it. I could play. It was awesome.
I'm gonna be the Scrooge of the group and just have a crazy Christmas, Lord.
Honestly, I'd probably have to say when I was a little kid, probably 7 or under, is when my parents were still together. Unfortunately, they're not anymore, but just that family time, man. When you get together with your family, just have a great roast, great dinner, watch a little bit of football or just whatever it is that's on at the time. I like A Christmas Story. That's one of my favorite movies, so I'd have to say that that's a classic moment for me. But, more importantly, it's just the congregation, the gathering of the family, yeah, man, I miss them all, so I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. Bring on the presents.
My favorite Christmas memory, 2 years ago, my dad is the king of Wii bowling, and he beats me at it every single time. And it was Christmas at my grandmother's, and he decided to challenge me in Wii bowling, and I finally beat him by 1 point. And it was the happiest moment of my entire life. And I went out and I just devoured everything that they had cooked, and I was just the king that day. So that was the best Christmas ever.
Yes, I totally do.
Me too.
I totally share your favorite Christmas memory. My father and I used to stay up when I was like really young, like when we lived in Georgia. I was like 7, 8 years old, and we would stay up to try to catch Santa Claus. And it was so amazing. Like that time I spent with my father, like will always stay like really close to me. He's a big Scrooge, but when I was younger, he really like tried to get into the Christmas spirit for me. And I remember one year, I tried to get really like sneaky with it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna prove to my friends Santa Claus is real. I'm gonna have them sign this, and put a signature on here, and I put my Christmas list out. I wake up the next morning, and I expected a signature because in my eyes Santa Claus is real. I wake up, paper, there's an X where he should have signed his signature. I'm just like, I got so pissed. But I think my dad knew that I was trying to catch him, but it's still definitely probably my favorite memory for sure.
Does anybody else go?
Perhaps not my favorite, but it's just tradition every morning. To this day still, my father uses the restroom for a very long time. And we always had to sit there and wait as kids, like, with staring at presents while my dad was shitting.
Nice.
Can't say it's a favorite, but it's one of my main things, and it's a tradition till now. We just sit there and hang out, look at the tree, and wait for my father.
Like instead of the shit, my mom just cooks and we have to wait, and then she turns on like
See, that's much more
Christmas
pleasant.
songs and shit.
Yeah.
So does my mom. She doesn't say mom's hot. True story.
Well, I don't know really, but I think the coolest thing ever was I remember being a little guy, and every year my mom would give me this weird substance in a jar. I don't really know what it was, but she would tell me it was reindeer food, and I would go throw it on the roof.
Like granola.
Probably,
Yeah.
That's pretty
I don't know why that was really fun.
That was cool. Yeah, I remember that happened.
Did you have one, man? Or?
I got a 64 once. I was pretty happy about it.
A what?
64.
Nintendo?
Oh,
Nintendo 64.
Has anyone seen that video?
Nintendo 64!
Yes! So
Frank's out. He's so stoked.
That was probably you. That was probably him.
No.
Oh my god.
I think my favorite Christmas ever was when I was about 7 years old. My brother Nicholas was about 4 maybe? Maybe I was 8, I don't remember. But my dad got him a pocket knife, and we were joking with him that he was going to cut his fingers. And he was swinging it around at us like, no. And then as he was swinging it, he cut his fingers all open and blood everywhere. And it was funny.
So it's like the Christmas story.
I've got one
without a BB gun and shooting.
Yeah. My dad got bit by a squirrel on Christmas, and we spent the whole day in the ER. So that was another good one.
Try to feed it a piece of popcorn and this finger.
Have you ever gotten a stocking full of coal? I have.
Oh, for real?
That's so sad, dude. That's so sad. Like, yeah. I like Bing Crosby though. Makes me happy. You're too young for that. Were you 21?
Yeah.
But,
I actually listened to Frank and Bing.
Well,
growing
okay,
up.
Frank Sinatra all the way, man. The Christmas, yeah, Bing Crosby all the way. Okay, that's my happy memory. Sad? No, I will cry right now. Don't make me do that.
I won't make you do that, man.
Awesome.
Man, really good Christmas memories. I think my favorite is like my cousin got these socks. My grandma gave us like a bunch of gifts, like, you know, not just one package, it was like a bunch of little things. My grandma got my cousin these socks, and that was the first thing that he opened. It was the first thing anybody opened that day, and he just picked them up and threw them across the room. He's like, socks! Threw them, and that was it, yeah. So it was pretty hilarious. Everyone laughed. It was a good time.
Well, one time I got a box of Legos, and I was shaking it up, and I actually thought it was cold. So I got really mad, and I opened it up and it was Legos.
I was there. He's my little brother, so I have to share the same Christmas story. But he was not this mad. You know, hang on a second. He was not this mad. He refused to open that box of coal for like 20 minutes until my mom told him it. But anyways, well, there's another one, and this is why I'm afraid of spiders. When we used to live in an older house, and we moved recently, but well, actually, left. Anyways, I was playing my Game Boy on the couch, and this was the first year that we got a real Christmas tree, and we never got one since. But I was just playing Game Boy, and there were these little spiders, like dots. They were little dots coming down, and I squished like 2 of them because I was like, "Well, that's weird." And then I looked up, and there was like 5,000 of them all over the ceiling, and yeah, I think that got my dad's brain all over this stuff. We never got a real